Welcome to the empowering world of Soultalk. People do not remember you for what you are. They do not remember you for what you do. They do not remember you for what you say to them. People remember you for how you make them feel. The following are how people want to feel: beautiful, confident, courageous, clever, feeling they are the best, good-hearted, helpful, lovable, loving, reasonable, special, strong, trustworthy, understanding, wise. Soultalk has motivational programs which bring out the best in people. The programs bring out all of the above qualities that have been mentioned in any human being. These programs have proven results for over 15 years among the youth, students, parents, teachers, university lecturers, managers, civil servants, the police, prison warders, prisoners, soccer players, churchgoers, farmers, and nurses. Other activities include leadership development, team building, diversity management, organizational enrichment, shared values, and coaching. Behind these dynamic and empowering programs is me, Mike Mwendane. And that's because I am committed to help change mindsets and help people to value themselves, to take responsibility, and to leave a legacy behind them.
Then you hear people say, well, it is circumstances beyond our control. Now, we have learned yesterday that when you say that, it's simply a choice, because you do have the capability, the potential of controlling those circumstances, of dealing with them effectively. Now, this conflict that I'm talking about then is about information, lack of information or misuse of information. So very, very quickly, let us go over what we said yesterday about conflict. We've got to remove conflict. We've got to deal effectively with conflict so that now it gives way to harmony. Because it is only in harmonious situations where we can be effective, where we can produce, where we can leave a legacy in our lives, where we can change things and leave a change behind that would not have taken place if we weren't there in this world or in this life. And then we identify the cause of conflict. And the cause of conflict is because people have got, or this country, let me put it this way, is characterized by a blaming mode of thinking, of mindset. We always blame. Whenever something goes wrong, instead of asking myself, what part did I play in this? Who is responsible? What is responsible? Is it the rain? Is it the traffic? Is it Mike? Is it Sammy? Yes, Sarah messed up. That is what is characterizing this country today. I deal with many organizations and I find the same syndrome applies. In families, the husband blames the wife blames the husband. The children blame the parents blame the children. But no one is taking responsibility. Because the opposite of blaming is taking responsibility, is a spirit of responsibility. And unless the spirit of responsibility is in place, you will find that this conflict goes on all the time. When I work with you in the same environment and something happens to me, I'll blame you. And something happens to you, you'll blame me. So I become a threat to you, you become a threat to me. And there's nothing else that will happen except conflict. Because I see you as an enemy. Not as an enemy to the king, of course, not at this stage, but you are inimical to my interest. What you do is inimical to my interest. That is what is happening in this country today. And then we are trying to say, okay, where does this blaming come from? Well, there are many reasons. There's a multiplicity of reasons. And there are reasons that are applicable to African people, and there are reasons that are applicable to white people, and there are reasons that are applicable to the totality of the population. So we'll deal with it as we go on. But basically, let us accept what we discussed yesterday and agree that there is conflict, and it is caused by a blaming mode of mindset. Now, how is this blaming mode of mindset developed? It is simply because I'm not aware of my potential. I'm not aware of the attributes that I have, the natural attributes that I have. I'm not using them. I'm like a frog. The change that take place to me, mean nothing to me. But basically, we are not self-actualized as people. We are not self-actualized. So we don't have confidence. If you have confidence, you'll take responsibility. But if you don't have confidence, you'll blame someone else. It's as simple as that. Okay, let me pause there because I'm going to expand more in the course, in the program, on that aspect of things. I have an analogy that I use. I love analogies, as I said yesterday. Now, I use the analogy between a building, a house, a building, and an organization, or the organization. Now, a building consists of bricks. The basic components of a building is bricks. The quality or the properties of the bricks, the nature of the bricks will determine the nature, the quality, and the properties of the house. Isn't it so? If the bricks are red, the building will be red. If the bricks are weak, brittle, the building will be weak and brittle. It's as simple as that. So whatever qualities the bricks have, so the bricks precede the building, and they define the building. Now, when we take our nation or society, that is the building. And what are the component parts of this building called society? It is the organizational formations in it. And these organizational formations determine the character of the nation or the character of society. Now, once you analyze things like that, use an analogy like that, you will find that you've got a better understanding as a leader of your society. Because whatever happens in these organizations will be reflected in society. When you look at South Africa today, it is in chaos. It looks dysfunctional. The image of this country, leaves a lot to be desired. Now, why is it like that? It is simply because the organizations that constitute this nation are dysfunctional, in disarray, and they themselves have got a negative image. That's how it works. In their own turn, the organizations, or each organization, comprises of individuals, persons. So how those persons are, the character of those persons determine the character of the organization. That's how it goes, if we follow the analogy. So, in effect, there is something wrong about the individuals, which is carried over to the organization, which is carried over to society or the country. So that analogy helps us to understand where the problem is. We'll demonstrate it presently. So we know where the problem is. The problem is with individuals. So it is the engagement with individuals in organizational formations that should be the solution. And then the organizations will be in good heart. The organizations will have shared values. So we'll be reading from the same page because we understand the same principles, and we understand or we embrace the same values. Yes, we will still differ because we interpret these values differently. But at any rate, we are reading from the same page. It's just like in a traffic situation. In a traffic situation, we drive different cars. We drive at different speeds. We stop at different places and times. And there's that confusion of differences that is there. You can't take that difference away. The cars aren't different. We stop at different times. We drive at different speeds. That is a given. But we don't collide. Wait with your interjection at this point. I know we do collide. But we don't collide. And when we do collide, it is simply because one of us has messed up, has broken the rules, has broken the code, and she knows it, he knows it. Or when it is explained to him, he will understand that yes, I'm responsible for that collision. So in an organization, we are like in a traffic situation. We are different in the same way we do different things. Pause.
My particular target to destroy is materialistic thinking, which is responsible for lack of vision, myopia, reduced productivity, corruption, and demotivation in this country. I use radio, public seminars, workshops, social media, the internet, and correspondence courses to spread this crusade of change. Your organization, whatever organization it is, can benefit immensely in terms of corporate organizational enrichment, as well as social investments programs from Soultalk's programs. And to contact me and my organization, visit our website, which is www.soultalk.co.za. That's how easy it is.